Hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome to the Vegas race review. There's a lot to talk about because this race was excellent. I talked how amazing Homestead was last week, but this race had passing. Within the first two stages, it had more lead changes than the Daytona 500. That is huge. I have my notes like always. Let's go through these. Let's talk about this race because there's a lot to talk about here. First off, Fox's theming. Fox has blown it out of the water with their theming this year. The Clint coming to the booth has really stepped Jeff up, and overall, it is an excellent show. And I'm going to hate when it goes over to NBC come the middle of the season. Now, Hendrick Motorsports, fantastic job this week. We saw hints of this last week with Elliott, Larson, and then Byron winning the race. But they started this week off exactly where they finished it last week. They were up in the front. They were leading. They ran 1, 2, 3 for a good bit right there in the first stage. Now, Kevin Harvick started on the pole, but then he quickly dropped back, and his car struggled all week. This Larson winning and Harvick getting lapped is such un-2020 like race. Like, if you put a mirror to the two seasons, that is the weirdest statement you could possibly think of. But Harvick, he struggled. In fact, Stewart Haas Racing in general struggled today. Kevin Harvick is the highest finisher for Stewart Haas Racing. Finished 20th, and he's the highest finishing Stewart Haas Racing car. I don't know what's going on with Stewart Haas, but they completely missed it. You could get hints that they missed it last week, but Harvick was able to rally to a top 5. But this week he definitely did not rally at all. In fact, he struggled. He did get a cut tire early on. Got a tire rub when the 43 back end kind of hit his fender and bent it in a little bit. But still, even that was during stage 1. He never really came back. Let's talk about this though. Stage 1, Brad K won. Brad Penske and Hendrick. It was a Penske Hendrick day. They battled non-stop up front. Logano faded a bit at the end, and Elliott did spin out. Was involved in an accident, got some damage, but still finished 13th. Still a good day. Still a good day, all things considering. Byron, excellent job today. Byron is definitely going to be a threat if they're able to keep this up. Bowman was doing well, unfortunately late in the race. Alfredo and Bowman almost came together. It was almost a disaster, but Alfredo actually missed Bowman as he was coming to pit road and was able to get by clear. Bowman, though, that cut tire killed him. They finished 27th. Larson won stage 2 and then ultimately went on to win this race. This race was an excellent race. This 550 horsepower package, I honestly was concerned about it at first. And of course, we still have more races to see how it is. But Vegas and Homestead, if that's any showing, the amount of passes we had during this race was just phenomenal. It was excellent, amazing, gorgeous racing, non-stop. We had passes all throughout the field. At one point, we had Logano, Larson, and Brad 3 wide for over 2 laps for the lead. That's just excellent racing. If you don't really enjoy this racing, I don't know what type of racing you enjoy. It was a excellent race. Hamlin and Truex, they're getting real nitpicky. It reminds me of Boyer and Gordon back in 2012. Like, they're really racing each other hard, cutting each other off. It's they're really going for it, and I see some type of incident happening between the two before the year is up. Kyle Busch made a late charge there at the end, was able to finish in the top 5, which is amazing. Overall, like, Kyle Busch was struggling again this race, like Harvick was, but Busch made that late race charge and was able to overcome. This race really had everything. You had a lot of pit strategy. You had racing nonstop. It was an amazing race. To go through our top 10, Kyle Larson, of course, won the race. This Hendrick Motorsports is 3 races away from passing Petty as the team with the most wins. We got Brad second, Busch third, Hamlin fourth. Blaney comes in 5th. Great job by Blaney. Needed to see Blaney do some quality races. I'm glad he was able to get a top 5. Truex finished 6th. Christopher Bell 7th. William Byron 8th. So we got 2 of our winners, our 2 past winners right there. Continuing on with their season. Logano 9th. Ultimately, Logano ran better than finishing 9th, but Jones right behind him in 10th. And just 11th place, let's give it up for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finishing 11th. Ricky Stenhouse really did need a good run this week. Another person that really needed a good run was, but overall, it was a fantastic race. Looking forward to next week. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. I'm doing these weekly reviews, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join our Discord. Link is in the description below. And like always, I will see you in the next one. Later.